Okay, I just wanted to make a quick vlog style video talking about making connections and just all of the different connections that bring you into a state of awareness and peace in your everyday life. And starting with the ultimate connection of all of us, like all of our connection with each other. That is the first thing that is needed in order to open the heart and to move yourself into a place where you are then gathering information from every experience that you have. Because what happens is when you start to see unity and you can look at your fellow human being and you can see yourself in them, that's when you start to move into conscious presence, because that's what the awareness that everybody speaks of is that conscious unity, like understanding. It's like a state of being that you're in where you're flowing with everything, because you know that everything around you moves like another part of your body, or like everything that you experience in your reality is a part of your being. It's literally something that it's not something that's outside of you. It's something that's happening internally. It's something that's being created by you, and it's something that is being moment by moment created by your conscious presence. And when you move into that creative energy, then you start to really see how everything is created, and you start to be able to make the connections that are needed in order to move your conscious awareness into basically a state of non-duality consciousness. And it's about moving yourself into this presence that lies beyond the form and the external Maya and illusion that you experience. It's about being in a state of consciousness where you're open to making these new connections, in the way that the connections come by. It's very interesting, because it's not like a normal thought, like a chain of thoughts that leads to an answer. It's like an immediate answer that comes to you just through your intuition, but like it's basically like this immediate answer that comes to you without a prior explanation to it. But it feels so true to you that it is. Like, you know that it's true because you can feel it when you realize it. And these are the connections that I'm talking about. It's like stuff that's deeper than just your everyday thought patterns and loops. It's like the connection of realizing that the way that synchronicity works is through understanding of unity consciousness. So it's basically when you understand that you are intimately connected into the universe through your entire being, and that everything around you is flowing also with you and through you, then you move yourself into this place that is appreciative, for one, and two, you start to see that compassion can flow from anywhere. Because when your heart is open like that, and why I say that means that your heart is open is because when you start to see that everybody is one, then instead of seeing the differences in people, when you interact with them, you won't see the differences anymore. You'll see the similarities, and you'll see in every single person that you see, you'll be like, that's me, just with different life circumstances. And that's me with a different brain type, or a different brain chemistry, or that's me with a different consciousness. And it's just showing these aspects of yourself to you in a multitude of ways. So like a connection could be that you realize that nature is a part of you, because these trees grow and they exhale this oxygen that you breathe in. So everything that you're breathing in is literally the breath of life that is coming from these trees, and it's coming from the life around you. And in that, it shows you that, first of all, the air and the breath of life is literally a living force. It's not just something that is inhaled as a mean of staying alive. It's literally a living force that flows through everything that is needed to create this experience that we're having. And there's even more than this, like making connections that everything that you eat, every single thing that you put in your body will bring you the feelings that are associated with that thing. So say, like for me, I've moved to a completely vegan diet, and I'm now transitioning into a completely raw food diet, but I'm still eating rice and beans, and sometimes I'll eat sweet potatoes, and collard greens, like cooked collard greens and stuff like that, and like cabbage. But anyways, so the whole thing about this is that every time that I eat food, I've become so conscious that when the food enters in my body, I can feel the shift in my consciousness that occurs from the food that I eat. So, like, for example, when I eat lion's mane mushrooms, it's a huge one because obviously, like, it has a cognitive benefit to it. But, like, as soon as I eat that, I feel like I can speak much more clearly, and I feel like I have the energy to just want to talk, and that my brain feels like it makes connections in the right way, and it feels like it starts to flow much easier. And like when I take in spirulina, I feel a surge of relaxation and calmness move through my body, and I can feel the heaviness of the protein as well, because it makes me feel much more, it's like I feel lighter, but at the same time I feel as though I don't have that brain fog that would happen from not eating for a while. And because I've moved to transitioning to also intermittent fasting, so now I generally almost every day I only eat a banana or two in the morning, and then I'll eat a couple bananas in the middle of the day, and then at night I'll eat either beans, a kale sandwich. Oh yeah, I eat bread too sometimes, or a lot actually. I eat kale sandwiches and I love them. It's always 100% whole wheat with any extra additives or anything like that. But anyways, so like I eat a kale sandwich, and the connection that I get from that is that I feel the peace that the plants had when they were alive, and they still are alive. So I can feel that live presence that these beautiful plants bring, and through that it opens up your world to even more connections, because then you start to download this information that the plants have to give you, and you start to be able to be open to realizing that everything that you consume is information that you're taking in, and it's all information that's based on emotions and feelings and thoughts, and it's mental and it's emotional, and it's like ethereal. It's an energy that you feel from the life force of the foods. And so also more connections, just when you move yourself into the present moment, you'll also start to see how really connected you are to other human beings. What I mean by that is that you'll start to notice that you'll think a thought, but it's like, first of all, it's not you that's thinking these thoughts. It's a thought will come through you, and you'll notice it, and then a couple seconds later you'll notice that the person sitting next to you says the same thing that you just thought. Coincidence? No. It's you tapping into their energetic field, and you're actually able to move into this connection, which is telepathic. It's basically reading the other person's thoughts and their energies to a point where you are very, very accurate with the descriptions of their thoughts, because you literally feel them in yourself before they happen or are externalized by their voice. And that comes from, first of all, the connection to the present moment, and understanding that this present moment awareness is more than just a thought stream that you're having. It's a tapped inness. It's you being tapped into the being of everything else. So you're taking in this energy from everywhere, and it's becoming aware of that energy that you're taking in and seeing where these different things are coming from, first of all, and then realizing that after realizing that all of these things are coming from everything around you, you start to realize that you create your own reaction to these thoughts that stream through your head. So you may not be able to control the thoughts that are moving into you, because you're not aware enough or not present enough to be able to control consciously the thoughts that are coming through you. But you can become aware of the thoughts, and you can identify from the thought patterns, and then move into a state of just witnessing the thoughts move into you. And they'll move out of you much quicker, because when you give things attention, they grow. So as soon as you get yourself pulled into this emotional feeling of a negative thought pattern, then you're in the grips of it. And the only way to let go of it is through conscious awareness and attention. And it's understanding that your attention is what's causing this to manifest more and more over and over again. And as you pull away your attention from these thought patterns that you call negative, or as you change your identity of these thoughts, as instead of calling them negative or bad or not good, then or even good, like even good or bad or anything like that, like all of these labels are just things that cause you to move away from the present moment. And when you start to not give these things as feelings of being good or bad, or like I want this to happen, or I want this feeling, or I don't want this feeling, like this feeling sucks or this feeling's terrible, then instead of like you'll notice yourself being like, wow, like I don't want to feel this right now, I don't want to feel this right now, and then you'll move, and then all of a sudden you'll snap, and then there'll be an awareness that's behind that, and you'll be like, I don't have to feel this if I don't want to, it's just me choosing to get caught in that. And then there's just this peace and calmness that comes from them. Yeah, and the more that you become tapped into everything around you, the more that you start to take in what you want to take in, and then you can leave the rest. So you can tap into other people's positivity, and you can, even in traffic jams and even in terrible situations that people would call so stressful, you can tap into the positivity of the moment, and you can choose to feel whole, complete, happy, and at peace with whatever is coming into your reality. But that was just a really quick start on mindfulness and awareness and connections around, and making connections with everything, and just a really quick detail about how making connections and with things around you can really help to bring you into the present moment and help you to move out of the grip of thoughts and conscious or unconscious thoughts and feelings. So thank you very much, and 1331 was almost the end of it. So have a great day, and I hope that you gain something from this. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this amethyst, because I think it's beautiful. Wrapped it myself. Have a great day.